Well, after getting promoted from the Enterprise National League for the first time of asking, I genuinely believe that the squad we've got is good enough to stay in League Two. Hello, welcome to Club on Part 44 of the Globe Explorer. Coming up in today's episode, we do have our transfer special as we try and take a look at our squad. I think most of the squad have signed contracts, but we'll confirm that in a minute. But if you didn't see yesterday's episode, we did win the league by some distance as well. Obviously, we won the league against Woking. Then after that, it sort of went a bit boring because we already wrapped up the league with 5 games left to go. But we did complete the 100-point mark, which is very, very good. Considering we were newly promoted, we made this league look quite easy. But let's take a look at the end of season review. So, FA Cup did go quite well. Don't know who we got knocked out to. So who did we? Got to the 4th round. Yes, I remember. We only lost, I think, on another day. We did play quite well against West Ham. I don't know what the stats looked like. Yeah, we created a lot of chances. On another day, could have beaten them. So next year, we want to try and get them. Obviously, this season we're already in the first round, so that's one step closer to the second and third round. So hopefully trying to go on a little bit of a FA Cup run. Obviously, we are in the Carabao Cup as well, so another trophy to try and hopefully go far in, and obviously the EFL trophy, another trophy that we can potentially go far in. FA trophy this year, got knocked out in the 4th round. Didn't really care about it because we won it last year. Didn't really need to do back-to-back title wins, and obviously the league, pretty simple. Finish first with 100 points. Absolutely amazing. I think the board probably were expecting us to go down, to be fair to them, but completely, I presume that was their intentions of us to. This is this next season, but there was intentions was for us to avoid relegation from the National League, obviously, which we completed that in flying colours by getting promoted. This is what they want us to do next year. I think all this is very much the same. Work within the wage budget, play attacking football, play entertaining football, play counter-attacking football. That's completely fine. And the 5-year plan is to attempt to avoid relegation from League Two. That's this season. Then that's the same for the next few seasons. But I think between you and me, if we run to the National League, I reckon we could get at least finish in the top half of League Two. Maybe, this might sound crazy, maybe get promoted as well. That might be pushing a little bit too far, but I think top half is reasonable. But I think we're definitely. I'm confident we can avoid relegation. Yeah, staying up is going to be a huge challenge, but one I know this squad is up for. Thank you, Ruben Curley. Whether or not you're staying there next year, can't remember, but I will reveal who is staying. I probably will reveal now. I think most of the squad, I think, is staying. So the players who are currently out of contract and probably will be leaving us is Kobe Sinclair Linton, Darren Bishumo. Did we offer him a new contract? I feel like we haven't. We haven't. I don't know if he's rejected the new contract. Interesting. I think we'll give him a new contract. Why not? Because he did perform quite well. He wants a pay cut. I'm all for that. So Darren Bishumo will be staying because I think he is good enough to make the step up. So the players leaving us will be Kobe Sinclair, clearly not good enough to step up to League Two. Shaheen Dotsey, and I think the 2 out of contract players, non-contracted players, Trey George and Owen Hayden-Taylor, probably both be leaving us. So I think we'll just. So I don't think, realistically, I don't think they're going to be that good. They weren't really that great last season, so I think we'll just get rid of them now, get them out of the club while we still can. I mean, Owen Hayden-Taylor did play some decent football, but I just don't think he's going to make the step up into League Two. It's quite a physical league, so yeah, that's those 2 done. Most of the squad is staying. It's just them 5 players or 4 players who will be leaving us. Then the players staying, I'm completely happy with. They've either got decent current ability or decent potential. The only current players, which I think most of them do have at least 3.5 star, 4 star current ability, which is very, very good. Obviously, we've still got Carlos Colton knocking around the club and Jordan Thomas, both, I think, both capable of playing League Two football. Maybe Carlos Colton could do with a loan spell. Jordan Thomas, I think, would definitely might make the step up, but could do with a loan spell if he if we think he's struggling. But we won't work that one out until the next episode. So we've got plenty of time. I don't know when the EFL transfer window officially opens, but I don't plan on doing much transfer business. So I think we'll probably just come back 1st of July, reassess our situation, see if any players have left the club. So I suspect it'd be just the 4 players that have left the club. Obviously, 2 of them will be leaving tomorrow, and the 2 our contract players. If we've signed anyone before the 1st of July, I'll obviously let you know. But in that case, I'll meet you at the first day of the transfer window. Well, it is currently the 1st of July. Our promotion to League 2 has officially been confirmed. We are now in League 2, which I'm quite nervous about because I'm just in the first look at the season preview. It might change towards the end of the episode, but we are predicted to finish 23rd. The other promoted side that came up with us were Worthing, which I'm very surprised about. They're predicted to finish 11th. Don't know how that works because I thought they'd be predicted to finish 24th, but no, they're predicted to finish 11th. And the teams relegated from League 1 were Tranmere, Mansfield, Shrewsbury, and Gillingham. So I'm a little bit nervous now. And I think we'll be fine as long as we don't get smashed in our first few matches of the season, which our first matches of the season are against Southend and York. So I think it's a relatively simple game, but I'd say Southend's a simple game, but York is not an easy away trip because really down south. York is way up north. I don't know how far up north, but I think it's in Yorkshire. So yeah, it's reasonably up north, not near. I don't think it's as bad as Carlisle, but yeah, it's a bit far. But this is the squad we are working with at the moment. On the 1st of July, obviously, our 2 lone players, Harry Holt and George Evans, have both gone back to their parent clubs. The 4 players that were out of contract or non-contracted have now left the club. So this is what we are working with going into the new season. So the 2 goalkeepers are Frankie Phillips and Farron Doran. I think Farron Doran is more than capable of being a League 2 player, can potentially play League 1. So I'm fairly comfortable with him. And centre-backs, we've still got Luke Bell, Asagu Silva. That's the only 2 centre-backs we'll need. So we'll need to get a couple more. I think Asagu Silva can play League 2 potentially. Luke Bell, I don't know what his current ability is at. Can potentially be League 2. He is wanted by Cheltenham, so I mean, there could be a possibility for some transfer movements. Does Saga Silva want to buy anyone? Just Luke Bell wants to buy. That's interesting because I don't think he's good enough for League 2. But I think, if we can get a bit of money for him, I don't really see why not. That's better. We can see who's wanted. Carlos Colton is the other player who's wanted by Sutton. So I don't know. I don't know who's going to be staying and who's going. I think most people are staying their left back spots. Obviously, we've still got Darren Bashumo, Harley Irish. I think Harley Irish probably could do with a loan spell, so we might look at potentially bringing in another left back because realistically, performing at a north-south level isn't great for League 2. Darren Bashumo, on the other hand, decent national player, but potentially League 2. So definitely try and look for another left back. Potentially, that's only if we loan out Irish. Obviously, if he stays, it'll probably just be a backup, but he does have decent potential, so potentially another season in the National League probably won't hurt him. Then the right back, we've only got Harry Rodder at the moment, so I think just another right back, maybe one that could become even better than him, or another loan player, or if Harry Holt gets released, possibly re-sign him, because I think he'll definitely be League 2 level. And centre mids, obviously, we've still got Pimlott and Burgess. That's going to obviously Pimlott is definitely capable of League 2, potentially League One if we can get up there. Woody Burgess, I think he'll be capable. Yeah, I think he's got League Two potential, so I think we'll be fine in the midfield area. We've also got Ruben Curley, who can play there, but similar to Harley Irish, only performing at a north-south level, so not ideal, but I think we can make do with him as a backup, because we didn't really play much last year, but I think he'll be fine as a rotation option this year. So we definitely need another midfielder to compete with Woody Burgess as a challenger midfielder. I don't know if we have any decent under-21s, under-18s players, but we can have a look at that in a minute. Carlos Colton and Nefed Arusu currently are two left wingers. I think they'll both make the step up. Nefed currently performing at north-south level, but potentially can be a League Two player. Carlos Colton, a decent enterprise national, but can play at a League Two level in the future. So I think they're both staying for now. Do we have any right wingers? Don't think we do. We've got Jordan Thomas. That's our only right winger at the moment. Who did we have? Who was our other right winger? I feel like we had another one. Who did we have? Did we have someone else? So then we have Midwood and Morgan Bates are our strikers. Then in the middle we've got Cody Twose and obviously Trey George left the club. But who played out on the right last year? Oh yeah, we had Shaheem Dotsey, he left the club. I remember. So goalkeepers were fine. We need a couple of centre backs, maybe 3, depending on what happens with the situation with Luke Bell. So then that'd be centre backs done. Potentially a left back, depending on what happens with Irish. Another central midfielder. If Kearney leaves, another 2 central midfielders. Left wingers 5, or we need a right winger, a centre attacker midfielder. I think Midwood, judging by his ability, I think he might be our first choice. Obviously, we will give Morgan Bates game time, but I think judging by the ability, Midwood is far the better striker and probably will be much better than Morgan Bates. But we will start Morgan Bates a couple games, but I think Midwood will very much be our first choice striker. Let's take a look at the under-21, see if we can chuck anyone in the first team. We do have a couple players with decent potential, one of them being Roman Perrin. Is performing at an enterprise national level. 5-star potential result, potentially League 2. He is 21. I feel like we should call him up, but I don't know if it's too soon. He can play as a channel midfielder and a midfield playmaker. He had a loan spell at Brackley last year and performed reasonably well, so possibly one more loan spell couldn't hurt him, potentially to hold him. He is wanted by Welling on a transfer, so if we get some money for him, it won't be the worst thing. And then Jack Taylor is our second youngster with decent potential. Again, wanted by Stevenage and Maidenhead on loan. What league is Stevenage in? They're in the Enterprise North. Or they might have just got relegated from the Enterprise North, which would seem a bit absurd. But Jack Taylor only performing at a national north-south level, but potentially need to. I think Jack Taylor could do a... Don't think Jack Taylor's had a loan spell yet. Not at the moment. At least I don't think he has. Has he? He's had one loan spell in his career, so I think probably could do with another loan spell. So we'll keep those 2 in the under-21s for now, unless we decide to call up Herring. But I think both of them probably could do with one more loan spell, but then we'll give it 2 weeks. We'll come back probably middle of July when does the season officially start? 2nd of August. So yeah, we'll come back probably mid of July. Hopefully by then we should have hopefully signed a couple players. Well, I've got to be honest with you. It's been a very difficult 2 or 3 weeks. They really have. We've made offers for lots of players, but there's been a couple players I will show you. I will name and shame because I feel like we should have signed them. Because we're a League 2 club, the clubs they've gone to, let's just name and shame them. So the first player that ditched us or rejected us was Ben Calcutt, which he signed for AFC Telford. He looks absolutely banging. I would love to add him, but fortunately signed for Telford, who are in the National League. Absolutely ridiculous. We're League Two, they're national. He's made a big mistake. Then the next one, which I'm even more shocked about because he looks like a great player, Cole Ramsey, should have signed for us, but no. He says, I mean, he's performing at a national level when Chester, in the National League, and he's signed for them on a non-contract. Absolutely ridiculous. What a rang! But we have, like I said, we have done a bit of transfer business. We haven't sold anyone else. We have loaned out Jake Hill to Sainsbury on loan for the rest of the season just to see if he can get a little bit more game time. Potentially, he could perform at a League Two level, but he's a long way off that. Perrine has remained at the club for now. We haven't got rid of him. He's not into the first team yet, but we have brought in two players. First one being is one of the first players we paid money for. We've got Daniel da Costa, who is a Portuguese 22-year-old right winger, can also play out the left, but his best position is on the right hand side. He's a decent League Two player, not going to prove much beyond League Two, so he might just be a one-season wonder, hopefully. But we've signed him from Libianos for 60k. He started off his career at Sheffield Wednesday. That's a bit of a weird career move. Started off at Sheffield Wednesday, going to AFC Fylde, moving his way to Portugal. Then now is now at sunny old Weston-Super-Mare. From Portugal to Western. I mean, it's a weird move if you ask me, but we have paid 60k for him. I think judging by his value, looks like a pretty decent signing, a decent pace as well. So hopefully he's gonna tear up League Two. Then next up we've got Billy Phillips, who is a central attacking midfielder, English, 25 years old, 3.5 stars of capability, 4-star potential, decent League Two player. Not really going to improve much beyond League Two, possibly. He comes in on a free transfer from Braintree. Previously had a little bit of playing experience at Bristol City, where he started off his career and had numerous loan spells at Bath City and Fylde, and now has made his way to Weston-Super-Mare. Nice local lad, obviously coming from Bristol, not too far for him to travel, probably about estimated 45 minutes with good traffic, potentially an hour with bad traffic, but that's the only two players we've signed for now. More players are expected to arrive soon, or at least just one more player. We have made an offer for Sai Sachdev, who is a right back, currently playing for Scarborough, but his scouted scouting report actually looks pretty decent. So don't know how good he is. I don't know what he's going to be like. So we're making an offer for him. That's about it for in terms of transfer business. So this is the squad for now. So goalkeepers remain the same. It's still Doran and Frankie Phillips. I don't think we're going to get any others. Still only got the two centre-backs of Luke Bell and Saga Silva. I am looking out for another couple of centre-backs, but obviously I tried to sign one, but obviously rejected us. So maybe possibly a loan and a permanent. I think that's the way we'll have to do things. Left-backs remain the same. Highly Irish is still at the club. I think probably does go out on loan, then we might look to get in another loan player to come in ahead of or just be a backup to Bashumo. Then right backs, we've still got the Harry Rodder. Obviously, we've got the guy who we've made an offer for. Hopefully, he comes in to provide some competition or be our first choice right back. And obviously, centre mids, we've got Pinblock, Burgess, and Curley. Obviously, we do have Roman Perrine down in the under-21. Should we have to call him up, we will. We'll keep him there for as long as we need to. But if we get to the first day of the season and we haven't got a centre mid or another centre mid, we will call him up to the first team. But that's only if we have to, necessary, just as a emergency option. Then left wingers, we've got Carlos and Nefed, same as last year. Central attacker mids, still got Cody Toes and new boy Billy Phillips. Right wingers, we've got Daniel da Costa and Jordan Thomas. I think Jordan Thomas will probably be a backup this year, playing against the easier teams and playing in the cup games, so like the EFL trophy either. So we'll prioritise Frankie Phillips for those games because I'm not too fussed about the EFL trophy. I'm not sure if the board really care about that trophy. It's pretty meaningless. And strikers, we've got Morgan Bates and Midwood. So Morgan Bates probably will play in the cup game. So that's like the Carabao Cup, FA Cup, EFL trophy. The Midwood probably will just play in the league. So we do have 2 weeks left to go before our first game in League Two. Hopefully, by then, should have assembled a full 22-man squad fit for promotion. Well, we have made it to the start of the brand new League Two season, and I think with the players we've signed, I think we're good enough to stay up this year. We haven't signed all the positions. We are missing just one centre back. Hopefully, he'll be coming in the next episode. And actually, there's 2 players potentially coming that haven't come in. Ollie Andrews is a central midfielder. It's very good, so we're trying to bring him in on loan from Southampton. Then the next person is Ewan Griffith, who is the centre back. Looks really decent, so hopefully he comes in the next episode, ideally after the first game of the season. Then he'll come straight into the team, probably same as Ollie Andrews. Might work himself into the team. He ain't going to replace Woody Burgess that easily. So these are the players we have signed so far this episode. We've actually only signed 4 players, which seems ridiculous considering we've been promoted to League 2, but that's what we needed to do. So first signing we did was Daniel Da Costa. He's a Portuguese right winger, 3.5 stars of current ability, 4-star potential. He's a League 2 player. I think he could probably make the step up to League 1 when we get promoted at the end of this season. He is currently out injured with a bruised heel. Whether or not he'll play the first game of the season remains to be seen, but obviously he was our first. I don't know if it's our record fee, but we paid 60k for him from Limianos. Obviously, he had other spells in England, but he looks like a decent player. Hopefully, he can perform really well this year. Then next up, we had Freddie Phillips, who is a central attacking midfielder, 3.5 stars of current ability, 4-star potential, decent League 2, similar to the other Da Costa, not really going to progress much further than League 2. Hopefully he can make the step up into League 1, but we'll see about that should we get there with him still in the team. Then next up, for the players you haven't met, just 2 more players. Sai Shachdev, he's a Indian right back, 5'7", so quite small. So they're definitely not a centre back, even though it says he can play there. He's clearly not. He's definitely a right back. 3 stars of current ability, 3.5 star potential, good enterprise national player, potentially League 2. I think he's very much going to be a backup. He comes in from Scarborough Athletic for 26k, so we have paid money for him. I think we'll probably make a decent fee back for him. Not much of a profit, but we'll definitely get some money back for him. And last but not least, obviously there will be two more signings in tomorrow's episode. We've got Louis May Hawkins. He's a centre back, English, 22 years old, 3 stars of current ability, 4-star potential, decent enterprise national, potentially League 2. He comes in on a free transfer from Wrexham. Looks like a decent player looking at the stats. So great, decent physical, alright physical stats. They're not decent yet. 6 foot, so not too bad. Fairly comfortable with both feet. So that is quite promising. That's what I kind of want to look at when I look at centre backs. Are they comfortable with both feet? In this case, yes, this guy is. I'm not sure about the other 2. What's Sai? Not great with his effort. The other 2, Billy reasonably good with his effort. Then hopefully Daniel Da Costa should be good with his effort, but he's reasonably weak. So, but yeah, it's fine. Yeah, I'm not too worried about it. But this is the squad heading into our first season in League 1. It is the goalkeepers are Farron Doran and Frankie Phillips. Right backs, we've got new boy Sai Shachdev, who won't be starting the first game as a centre back. Then he'll be alongside Harry Rodder. And centre backs, we've got Lou May Hawkins, Luke Bell, and Isago Silva, who is suspended for the first game. First 3 games. Oh, no, just the first 2 games. So he'll be out for the next episode. That's great. So we'll starting with... We probably will start with Cy and Luke Bell at the back then, if Asago is injured. Their left backs, we've got Darren Bashumo and Harley Irish. Irish still at the club, still haven't... I don't think we need to loan him out. Then central midfielders, we do have Pimlott, Burgess and Ruben Kearney. Obviously, we will have the loan player coming in the next episode. Then right wingers, we've got... where are they? We've got a lot of under-21s in this squad. I don't know why they're there, but they are there. They won't be in the matchday squad. But right wingers, we've got Jordan Thomas and Daniel Da Costa. I think Daniel Da Costa very much the first choice then. Jordan Thomas playing as a where we'll probably get him off the bench most games. We'll probably give him some game time in the EFL Trophy and the Carabao Cup games. It should we progress through there. Obviously, we've got a fairly difficult tie against QPR in the first round. Then attacking midfielders, we've got Billy Phillips and Cody Twose. Left wingers, we've got Nefe DeRusso and Carlos Colton. I think at the moment, judging by Nedved's current ability, which ain't good, it's not looking good for him. I think Carlos Colton might just sneak in ahead of him as the first choice, potentially. There we've got the strikers this season, same as last year. Most of his squad is the same as last year. It's just a few new additions. We've got Morgan Bates and kind of Midwood. I think Midwood. Start Morgan Bates' first game of the season. See how he does. And if he doesn't do well, Midwood is wanted. So he might not be here for much longer. If he gets going like he has done in pre-season, he scored quite a lot of goals this year. I'm not sure why it's not showing the fixtures. It is now. He's been scoring quite a lot of goals. He had 2 goals against FC. I mean, they are against a bunch of nobodies, but he's been scoring quite a lot of goals in pre-season. But let's take one look at the season preview. See, are we still predicted to finish 23rd, even with the signings we have made? Still reckons we're going to get relegated. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. We still have plenty of budget left over before the end of the transfer window, which we do have a transfer window now. Obviously, transfer window shuts end of August and reopens beginning of January. So hopefully by then, yeah, we should be fine. I think we'll be fine. I think the season preview doesn't really mean much. It said we were going to finish just outside relegation places last year. We got promoted, so I reckon we can finish top half. If we get off to a good start, we'll be fine. If we lose all of our games in August, yeah, I'll be a little bit worried. So I'll see you all in the next episode for our first matches in Sky Bet League 2, which are up against Southend and York. If you have enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more Daily Football Manager videos, and thank you very much for watching.